over 100 episodes.
Time to get ready for the Larry and Needles show, y'all. Larry. Wait, how's that?
Oh, man.
Needles. Larry and Needles show. Yeah, baby, I'm Larry.
Nice. Needles.
And we got Kiki and Mark with us today.
Yeah. Sorry we were late for the episode today. We had a little snafu with the local law enforcement. Larry heard that there was a minor convention in town. And shout out to Local 477 for not working Larry over too much when he went there.
Actually, I got a job in the mine.
Yeah. So how's everybody doing?
Whatever, fruitcake.
This is how we're going to start off.
It's good to be back.
So I have to retract something I said last week. Shout out to Mr. X. We were talking about Ashley Babbitt, which is a complete farce and fictional and made up by the U.S. government because Mr. X and I have been talking about these. He sent me all these January 6th footage.
You mean there's no Ashley Babbitt at all, are you saying?
Well, she was just a fictitious character made up for a scenario that was perpetrated by the government.
Did not exist whatsoever.
No, not at all. It was
really
just a fake name.
Oh, no shit, huh?
I thought she was the one that cut off.
She got shot.
She's the one that got... No,
that was the one that got shot.
Oh, Bobbit.
Lorena Bobbit. It was Lorena. This was a relative of hers, Ashley. It's funny how these Bobbits are always getting involved in the press. Babbitt, I'm telling you, it's a conspiracy.
Oh, here we go.
But yeah, no, really. So she was not even a real person then.
No, the video says that the video evidence that Mr. X sent me.
That's amazing.
Makes the case that she wasn't even it was just a fictitious person.
It just figures. I mean, honestly, yeah.
Well, so she's the one that got shot.
Yeah, she's the one.
Yeah, but it wasn't even a person now.
No, it wasn't. Well, it was a person, but it just wasn't. It didn't line up.
Nothing like that.
Who the person was,
right?
You know what I mean? And it's crazy how like. When you watch, if you're a normal person and you watch this stuff, like you see the hand signals that these guys are doing. Like, this guy comes in, taps this player on this shoulder, taps this player on this shoulder. The government is just trying to you know what I mean? They're like perpetrating.
I didn't even know that 5 cops got killed until just a few weeks ago.
5 cops didn't get killed.
I know that. I know they did it up. I didn't hear about it until just a few weeks ago. Right, whatever it was.
Yes.
I watched the whole damn thing the whole time, and I didn't know anything about 5 cops being killed until just a few weeks ago. So I was like, when did that happen? I mean, that didn't happen because I never heard about it
those
until
5 cops are hanging out with Biggie Smalls behind the ice
ridiculous,
wall with Tupac.
The thing's a lie.
The whole timing of January 6th, like you see everybody get out right before it happens.
Yeah.
So they knew what time it was going to happen.
Oh, yeah, they knew.
And then you see the one guy dressed up dressed up like a Trumper, and he was in handcuffs, and then the cops let him out of the handcuffs, and he was like
fist bumping
everybody, and like
they had guys go into Congress, the Congressional Hall, dressed normally, and then they came out dressed like Trumpers before people even went in.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Well, that's why they didn't want the footage.
It's funny, they're spraying people with pepper spray, or you know what I mean, and they're just taking it right to the face. You know, I mean, I could have made a good joke, but we'll be PC.
Don't you always take it right to the face?
Here we go. Low-hanging fruit, just like you.
Whatever.
Whatever. Welcome to the United States of gay with Larry.
His jokes are good, but mine aren't, you know.
The whole thing was good.
That was quick,
I mean,
that was good.
It was shouldn't have been even done in the first place. He shouldn't even have had that whole rally at all. Why did he even say that?
But it wasn't a rally, first
Whatever
of all.
it was, it shouldn't have even been announced or even made.
It was a peaceful protest.
It shouldn't even happen. There's no business with that at all.
Busting the windows, there was people yelling at him, "Don't bust the windows! Don't bust the windows!" And you can tell the one guy was a Fed.
Yeah. What the fuck was that?
Oh, my thing, sorry.
Hitting the bong, Larry, or we're going to do hitters?
Yeah, I know, but I mean, I'm saying, it was a giant. The whole thing.
It was a cover-up. It was a false flag. It was a narrative that the government controlled, and they're trying to make everybody look bad.
My parents are so convinced it was an attack on the Capitol.
I work with these guys.
I know. Insurrection with no weapon.
Attack.
Attack the Capitol. I work with these guys because shout out to Chicago for normalizing people shooting the cops.
Yeah.
Because
right.
I work with these guys that they're like, man, did you see that the cops shot this kid
96 times? Whoa.
And I'm like, what do you mean? And they're like, yeah, this kid, he was driving without a seatbelt.
Yeah,
and
they pulled him over
for a seatbelt infraction. Right. Yes, and I'm like, first of all,
that's bullshit.
Did you see how tinted his windows were?
Yes.
You couldn't even see in the car. Okay, so there was another reason that they pulled this guy over. Okay,
he had a bunch of gun offenses.
Well, no, he just got arrested last year for possession of a firearm by a felon, and was on felony probation.
Exactly. So I mean, he had some offenses.
So the narrative is, as the media wants to push, is that this kid's going to be the next George Floyd. Which, if this jumps to George Floydness, this is crazy.
Where?
Like the kid actually, Larry, can I hit that, please? The kid actually shot at the cops.
There
have
video proof. 11 shots.
Well, they have video proof of him shooting.
Where is it?
It doesn't matter how many times.
They were undercover, but it wasn't like they looked like they were going to carjack him.
I'm going to tell you right now.
He still shouldn't have been shooting if he knew they were cops. Though. I mean,
listen, I was a dope fiend.
I agree with you, dude.
Well, no, I was a dope fiend, and we jump boys would come at us. And there would be four of them that would, white guys that would jump out.
Oh, yeah.
And I knew we weren't getting robbed.
Right. Yes, you know when it's the cops. You do know when it's the cops.
Yes,
you do know.
And it's so especially, it's crazy that...
You can always tell us it's not
the crazy thing is, all right, saying getting shot 96 times, you know how many cops have to empty magazine after magazine?
2 of them reloaded. After that, I mean, they did shoot him, and like there was a pause.
Even if
there was more shooting, it was
20 rounds in a mag.
It really was a little bit overkill.
You know, that's basically 3 cops unloading 2 mags. That just doesn't add up.
Right. Yeah, well, too many shots. They really did. But
the thing is that it does add up because there's video evidence of this kid, not even a kid, a grown man.
Not lowering his window, rolling it back up,
put it back up, and
put it back up.
They asked him to comply. He didn't comply. Right. He shot through the window first.
Yes. So I mean, right. What do you expect him to do?
Any other country?
But didn't the 2 cops get shot too?
Yeah, one guy got shot. One guy got shot in the arm. So
they're completely right. I mean,
Well, the problem is that dumbass Brandon Johnson comes out and then says that it's a shame that another African American child is killed by the police, not even backing up his own police department.
I know, dude.
Are you surprised?
Right.
Well, no, but you know what? At this climate and the way that things are going, is that shouldn't you be surprised? Shouldn't somebody be like, hey, you know what? I have a sense of mind for the place that I'm running. Yeah. This place is a muck right now.
Yeah, there was some other backwards ass shit too. They just announced.
There's how many cases of tuberculosis?
62 cases, or 62 cases of
measles
right now.
Yeah, like TB. I mean,
I mean, you want to get into the illegal aliens that are completely here against their will and our will. They were brought. Listen, I'm going to say I'm not going to.
Right? How about it? Half of them don't want to be here. They're probably dying to go home.
It's not even that they wanted to be here. They were promised.
Right?
Things.
Exactly. Sure.
And then what happens when you're promised something
and now you're
then
living on the fucking streets?
What are you going to do?
I know. It sucks for everybody.
You know, so it's just like when the Italians, the meatball monkeys moved
they're
over
trying
here
to
from
pit
Italy.
people against people.
Well, wait, we'll get into that in a second. But when all the sausage people came over here,
take your time. Go ahead.
Well, no, and they formed communities. That's what they did. They formed communities, and then they started crime.
Of course,
because
that's what it is.
That's what these people are left to do now. You know, and shout out to Lori Lightfoot for having to do the $400 an hour for Tiffany Hayward, the Dalton mayor. She's going to be investigating her.
I'm going to get all crooked. You can investigate my crookedness.
Okay, so listen, I'm going to bring Beetlejuice in to protect Nino Brown. That's a movie right there. Beetlejuice protects Nino Brown.
Yeah, right.
But at the same, so you would think that the murder capital of the United States, you don't F around with the cops, right? Do you? Would you pull a weapon out on a police officer? No, not at all, because you were raised better than that.
Yeah.
And the reason that they also were saying that they fired 96 rounds is because they couldn't see who else was in the car.
All I could say is that guy had black privilege, because if that was a white guy fucking around like that, he would have got shot a lot sooner, and he wouldn't have had to shoot first.
I don't think so.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think it works like that, Larry.
It
they
does.
live in a white neighborhood,
it does.
First of all.
But it doesn't matter what fucking neighborhood you're in.
Well, it does. What do you mean it doesn't matter what neighborhood you're in? Compared to, if you were out here compared to the west side?
Well, let me just say, if the kid was white and he was doing that, I don't care what fucking neighborhood it was, he wouldn't have even had to shoot. If you rolled it down, had a mask on, rolled it back up, had it locked, fucked around, you might have got shot.
Well,
before you shot yourself at them because you're white. Because when you're black, you're protected because of the George Floyd
They got to be careful,
and the
a little more
Ferguson
careful
effect.
with you. Sure.
Okay, but then you look at who does the most crime. Who does the most crime in Illinois with guns?
Blacks.
Okay, so then there you go.
Well,
So,
once anybody shoots at a cop, it's
that's
over.
it. I mean, that game done.
It doesn't matter what flag.
You're in the wrong.
They pulled the kid over
Exactly.
because he was on felony probation for having a gun. He's a known gang member. He's a known drug dealer.
Exactly, dude.
He knew what he was doing.
Yes.
The cops knew what they were doing.
Oh, yes.
When they give you the options, it's not like they just went in there firing all willy-nilly like, what's his name, Yosemite Sam.
Yeah, right.
You know, all of it. What's that done?
I didn't hear about this. I saw it on the news, and the way they reported it was just like you're saying. The way I heard it was just like, oh yeah, they made it look like the kid was scared.
Cops
they made it look like they were trying to jack his car.
Male,
right?
96 times over.
They didn't say
seatbelt
nothing
violation.
about the kid's issues with the police before.
Yeah.
They didn't say anything about anything he'd done wrong. You know what I mean?
Well,
Nothing.
and
They made it look like the cops just walked up, asked for ID or whatever, and
They showed a picture
unbelievable.
15 years ago. Or 10
It was
years
really
ago when he
unbelievable how
graduated
they swung it.
school.
Yeah, well, he was a star football player.
Well, I don't know about that. But
Well, I'm sure
they
that's
should-
what they portray.
Well, or he was an honor roll student. That's what they
Wait,
go
I
with.
want to know, when was
They
the last
swung
time
the
an
whole
Asian
thing.
shot at a cop?
Never.
Oh, no. Actually, San Francisco.
Oh yeah, maybe
year,
once.
There was remember when those two?
Oh yeah, I think
the
so.
two
Yes,
guys,
yeah.
The two guys were
Mark don't remember.
MTA
No, I
guys.
do. Yeah, it was some kind of.
It was like an MTA guy, or they were like
Make
the
him
BART.
explain the
Machine
rest.
guns,
He
machine
remembers.
guns and shit,
Really?
right?
Remember the BART cops? Some guy murdered two BART cops.
I don't know.
think it
I
was.
think they're machine guns.
BART
or
is
something.
the equivalent of the L out in California. So,
Yeah.
but
I don't know if it's in California, the whole place, but it's at least in San Francisco.
well, and then GoFundMe is they're doing a GoFundMe for this kid for $7,000 for his legal defense.
Jeez.
It's like, come on, really?
Wait a minute. What legal defense?
Dude,
He's dead.
Yeah.
Well, to sue the
Yeah,
to sue
of course.
Illinois.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Oh, I'm sure
but
that
they'll get it pro bono.
Why? Yeah, exactly.
no,
Just
you
give
know
him the
what?
$4 million, man. Fuck it.
I guarantee what's his name's already
Al
here.
Sharpton or
No.
Jesse Jackson.
Who's that darker than night
One of
black
those guys.
attorney? Well, he looks like no, he's like straight from Uganda.
Johnny Cochran.
No, he's the attorney for all of these victims.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh no, dude! If I showed you, you'd be like, "Oh yeah."
Yeah, I'm sure it was
I don't
recognized.
know.
I don't know.
Oh, you know what? Shout out to Kourtney Kardashian for losing 3 dads.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Shout out Kourtney Kardashian for losing 3 dads.
No.
He's not with
how
the
about-
Travis Barker guy anymore.
No, how about
Oh, the other father died? Oh.
That's right.
Bruce
OJ.
Jenner, R.I.P. Shapiro, R.I.P. OJ,
Shapiro.
R.I.P.
Who's Shapiro?
That's a real
That's
father.
a real dad,
You
Shapiro.
mean Kardashian?
Or Kardashian.
You fucking
Benson.
idiot.
Jesus,
What
man.
a fucking
I
idiot.
thought we were friends over here.
Honestly.
We're not friends.
Okay,
Let me
I'll
tell
remember
you.
that when I kick your fat ass
I'll tell you
upstairs.
some fucking
Oh,
things.
my God.
You're going to tell us.
It's a nice, wholesome show, folks.
Shapiro. That's
Tune in next week for the big fight. We have an octagon set up down here. With pallets.
All right,
I'm
man.
going to have a heater. Screw you.
Pallet octagon.
No, don't smoke, you fucking chooch.
No.
What an asshole.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
All right, in the old days, man, like in the 1400s, people were very poor and they mostly just ate like fruits and vegetables, and they would just throw that shit in a pot in the morning and just keep adding to it. And in the morning, they'd start boiling it, and at night, after they ate, they'd turn it off. And then the next day, they'd start boiling it again. And there was some food in there that would be very, very old.
Are you talking about the Chinese one with the soup?
No, but that's
okay.
where the
Did you read
saying
that? Yeah.
that's where the saying peace porridge hot, peace
Porridge
porridge
cold
cold,
in a
peace
pot,
porridge.
9 days old.
Motherfucker, you gonna cut me off? You guys have been talking the whole time. I ain't gotten
You
a
are
fucking word in.
Aggressive, Larry,
Okay.
tonight.
I'm
And
sorry,
so,
go ahead.
So what would happen was the people would, when they were really fucking, because they were poor to show off, they would hang the bacon in the window to dry, like meat.
Cure it.
Yeah.
to cure it. Or
And that, but to show off too.
Sure,
and
we
that
got
would-
bacon.
And that would show that the guy
right.
could bring home
That's
the
not
bacon.
good, though.
That's where
Oh,
that
yeah.
saying came
Right,
from.
right.
Yeah,
My
don't
that
know.
makes sense.
Then when people would come over, guests, they would cut a little off and then they would chew the fat.
Yeah.
That's where that fucking saying
Come
came
by
from.
and chew
no
the fat.
All from the same fucking
Time
thing,
period,
man.
yeah, wow.
In the fucking bread, when they would make the bread, the workers and the helpers, they would get the bottom burnt fucking part. The
Ah.
family would eat the middle part, and when company would come over, they would eat the upper
Upper
crust.
crust.
That's where that fucking shit came from,
He's
man.
so upper crust. They're so upper crust.
Yeah,
Wow,
yeah.
listen, look at that shit. I never knew that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had these high lead content cans, you know, and they would pack tomatoes in cans. So for like 400, and people would die from it. It was so high lead because it would leach into the tomatoes.
They blamed it.
They thought for 400 years they thought tomatoes were poisonous.
Yes, they did.
Like
Well,
they
they
stayed
were.
away from them.
We just talked about this last week about lead paint. How
Well, but
people
now
were
listen,
panicked
they would
about-
drink whiskey out of these high lead content cups and shit, and people would pass out on the side of the road because of the effect with the alcohol and the lead. You could pass out for like 2-3 days.
Well, that's like
So
remember
people
lead
would think you
poisoning.
were dead.
Yeah.
So that what they would do is they take you home and put you on a kitchen table and lay you out there for a few days to make
Just to
sure.
see.
just
Yeah.
like you ever heard of the
man.
And
death
that's where
clocks?
the wake came
Call it a
from.
wake.
Like that's
Wait
where
for them to
the
wake.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well,
He
remember
might
the-
wake. Hold on. He might wake.
You
Yeah.
ever heard of the
Gonna wake.
death
That's
clock?
crazy.
He's gonna wake.
You know what the death clocks are,
Yeah, I
right?
heard
Where
of it,
what the
but-
ladies would do, paint them with lead, and then
Oh, yeah,
and then they
yeah.
would touch the
In Elgin?
the paintbrush
Elgin
to their
clock?
tongue.
Yeah,
they
you're
would-
right.
they would
Yes.
clean it
Yeah.
off.
No, not
The
only
radium.
that.
That was the radium.
Not
for
only
the
that,
glow in the
dude,
dark.
they would fucking be going out on Saturday night and putting that
Yes.
shit on their fingernails like nail polish.
Right.
So it
they
would glow.
did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was radium, yeah, you're right. But they also
Soak
did
it
lead
into
also.
their
Right,
fucking
yeah.
But we
hands.
talked about this about lead paint.
Yeah.
There's another conspiracy theory about that they don't want.
So
they
here's
they stopped lead paint because they can't look into your house.
Yeah,
'Cause
it
it
was
blocks-
Good
it
point.
blocks
Yes.
people from looking
Yeah.
into your house.
So
It is
check
poisonous and
Even though
very
Larry,
bad for you.
Larry
dude.
has admitted that him and his brother used to eat lead paint.
Oh, yeah.
all
Would
the
block.
time.
Yeah, he had
Hey.
paint chips.
Check
Hey,
this
for
out,
horses.
man. They had need of space in England because you know they had a lot of people die over the time, and so they started digging
the
up.
plague?
Well, no, I'm just saying because they ran out of land for graveyards, so they had to fucking reuse space. So they would dig up old graves that people didn't go to anymore, and fucking they had this bone house that they'd bring the bones to, and they noticed that
That's where Larry hangs out in Boys
they
Town.
noticed that
House.
1 out of 25 of the coffins had scratch marks on the inside of the lid.
That's why I started putting a bell
man.
up.
So they were
Yeah.
right. So then they put the bell, and that was where the graveyard shift. That
That's where the
fucking
graveyard
Listen
shit
for the
came
bell,
out?
yeah,
right.
and that's where
man.
also the saying "saved
Saved
by the bell."
Oh
Wow.
man, that's
Yeah,
Great
wild.
show.
'cause-
Great
'cause-
show. Tiffany Amber Thiessen. Hottie.
Also, dead ringer.
He's a dead
Yeah.
ringer.
He's a dead ringer.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's wild.
Because sometimes the body would twitch.
Wouldn't make it. Yeah.
And make the bell
Sure.
ring, and they'd think he was alive, but they're
Dig him
still
up
dead.
in
It would
his
be
dead.
just some nerves twitching or
No, I
something.
mean, if he was black,
Oh,
he'd
that's
get
wild.
He's a
mortis.
dead ringer.
That's a new one.
How about this, man?
Dude, those are good.
A lot of
Yeah,
Papatouilles there. You know
Wait.
what I mean?
You thought that? This might even be better, man. In the old days, when people were very fucking poor, they would the whole family all day long would piss into a pot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they would sell the piss because they
I
would
just read about this.
they would use the piss
Yeah.
to tan leather.
Yeah, I just
Right.
read about that
Yeah,
actually.
yeah, I got
And that's where they
the other
came
day.
up with the fucking
Piss,
say
piss pot. or
piss poor.
Yeah.
That's where
Right.
they came up with
And
piss poor.
If you didn't have a pot to put your piss in,
Yeah. Then
You don't
were
have a
piss
pot to
poor.
piss
Yeah,
in.
yeah.
Oh,
That's
man.
really fucking poor. And
Welcome to America.
And they would fucking have
2024.
June weddings back in the 1400s because people took a bath in May. And they still kind of smelled good still
Right.
in
Oh,
June.
yeah, well,
Yeah.
you know what the
And
hygiene.
the flowers were for the bride to hide her BO.
Yeah, she stinks so bad. Yes.
And they would fucking fill the bathtub with clean, fresh water. So the man of the house would take his bath in the new water.
Yeah.
Then the
And
next
also
person in
progressively
line.
down the
trickle
line.
down effect.
Then the
Yeah.
women. Then the kids. And then by the
Don't
time
throw the
water,
baby
dude.
out.
don't throw the baby out with the
Yeah.
bathwater because the water's so fucking dirty you
Yeah.
can't even see through the shit. By the time you're washing the baby, you
you
know,
imagine?
and so you could throw
No, I
the
can't
baby out with
imagine.
the
That's
bathwater.
crazy.
Honestly,
Yeah.
dude.
So Mark could relate.
No,
Mark can't relate?
No.
Mark could relate to
could
I
that.
was the only child. How would that be?
Dude,
No, because you're filthy.
imagine how
Oh man.
Don't you take a? Isn't
certain
that when you
women-
take your bath, June, something like that?
No, certainly not. I don't even have a tub.
When do you take? No, wait, May. Yeah, that's when you.
You don't even have a tub?
No, it's just
All right, so listen to this, man. This is funny. An illegal immigrant from Venezuela tried to rob a bank in Sandusky, Ohio. What was his only problem?
I don't know. The only illegal immigrant in Sandusky, Ohio. No, I don't know, Sandusky. Let's think.
So an illegal immigrant in Sandusky, Ohio tried to rob a bank. What was his problem?
He couldn't speak English. He couldn't get it across.
I don't know, man.
What did SOD say?
Speak English or die.
He couldn't figure out how to say, give me your money, so he had to type it into a translator app. By the time he was done, the cops arrived.
Oh, my Lord. I want to rob your bank.
No, you couldn't even do
love
that.
it. Yeah,
I mean, that's like
it.
Dracula Venezuelan.
You'd think you'd figure that out before you rob the bank.
Well, yeah.
What do I say?
That's the problem with these people. And you know what? Another thing is the problem is that these people come from almost third world countries. And we're,
You mean almost?
Yeah.
Almost. Well, some of them come from almost third world countries.
They're very poor, regardless, I'm sure.
But then they don't realize how the legal system and how the cops work here.
Yeah.
Because now there's actually instances lately, within the last couple of days, of people arresting illegals. Shout out to Texas, one of the most free states in America. Granted, they still signed off on that fee.
Right, it's probably something they normally wouldn't be arrested for in their country or something.
Or they would get away because there's a billion freaking people there.
Yeah,
and everybody looks the same.
just
the cops would help them.
You know, and then the problem here is like, the white people look this way, and obviously we can tell that you're not from where you're at. But,
right. Well, again,
we're in turmoil right now.
Well, when you're in Sandusky, Ohio, and a brown guy walks in the bank, they call the cops immediately.
Well, but you know what the problem is you can't racially profile people. We all found that out with George Floyd, right? But
well, you can't, but you have to.
Well, you have to. I mean, you have to stand your ground, and you have to.
You can't notice anything.
You need
if you see some transvestite,
don't hit it on the ashtray.
I'm not gonna hit on the ashtray.
No, he hits the other thing on the ashtray.
You just call the cops. Hey, we got a white guy robbing the bank here. They'll be there right away and be like, "Oh, sorry, mistake. It was a brown guy."
Yeah, I mean, the way that we're handling these kids with handling these with kids gloves, these immigrants.
Oh, it's ridiculous.
It's asinine.
But you were right before. Well, yeah, they want to. Then they're going to be real angry and they're going to be upset, and it's just a bad situation.
Now, getting back to your
narrative, it's going to be a war, dude. It's going to be a war.
Getting back to Don Anforth talking about his narrative with and I want to talk about my tiny house conspiracy theory that I came up with too.
Yeah.
So. But getting back to Don Anforth talking about how the media is portraying this narrative where they're pitting everybody against each other right now, which is crazy. Trump goes out to Atlanta, goes to this place. There's a bunch of African Americans. They embrace him. They're like, yeah, we'll stand behind you.
Oh, no, it was what's that chicken place?
Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A,
yeah.
But here's the thing: they've been dividing. Shout out to OJ, by the way. Thanks for dying. And
no, actually,
but here's the thing: the division was starting right there. They were making everyone think that OJ was getting put in jail because he was black. They fucking totally ignored the fact that he fucking stabbed the shit out of his wife.
Well, no, let's not say stabbed. Almost decapitated. We're not saying stabbed. And then, did you see the interviews that they had where the jurors actually said that they knew OJ was innocent, but because he was rich and he murdered white people, that they let him get away with it?
Well, they knew he was guilty.
Yeah, they knew he was guilty,
honestly,
yes.
I don't know if he actually did part of it, but I know he paid.
Come on.
He had a lot of people doing this.
I'm going to tell you right now, okay, with the CTE and all these other things that were going on with these football players, I think OJ had a little bit of rage inside of him.
You think?
Just a little.
Yeah, I mean, he beat his wife multiple times.
Yeah, dude.
You know what I mean? Like, he was very...
This wasn't planned.
On the 911 call,
this was obviously a spur-of-the-moment situation. This happened.
Well, it's a crime of passion.
Right.
On the 911 call, she's going...
He
Well, he was definitely guilty, yeah. Sorry.
It's all right.
Sorry,
on the
Joe,
911 call.
Right.
On the 911 call.
Yeah, she's telling the people he's going to beat the fucking shit out of him.
Well, as he's doing it. He's like, he's already done it
exactly.
before.
You hear on the phone, he's coming for me or shit. Right. Yeah.
Wait.
So it's pretty obvious what happened.
So I'm changing the subject a little bit, but speaking of another smart black chick, who was that
Owens?
broad Sunny?
I like her.
From
The View?
The View.
Oh man!
Did you hear what she said
she's
the other day?
About climate change with the
She's
solar
like,
eclipse?
the cicadas. And then
the cicadas.
Whoopi's like, no, they're cicadas. Well, they're coming around. And
Well,
like,
the predator would know.
Yeah, seriously. But she's like, they're gonna come in droves, and like, if I don't know anything, and like this, the volcanoes, the earthquakes, like this is
climate change
warming,
is causing
then,
the eclipses. Is what she
and then
basically
the
her
eclipse.
synopsis
Yeah,
was.
and then Whoopi's like, well, cicadas come around every 17 years. She's like, well, that's not what I read. It's like,
right.
And then she's like, oh, well, you don't know what. The best is when they fight in between them. And I don't understand. I mean, they should give us a show.
The Predator.
You know what I mean? But there would never be 5 white guys on a panel just talking stupid shit. Because that's all it is. It's just these
there wouldn't be.
Yeah, besides this show.
Well, but I'm
Never,
saying,
no way.
But on ABC or NBC.
Yeah, no,
or, you know
no.
what I mean?
Well, especially during the day.
Another, yeah. Oh
They
my
try it
God,
with
that'd be
football
great.
on Sundays usually.
And to get paid millions of dollars to do it. Joy Behar, she's a cuck for the system.
Oh, it's ridiculous. Those broads are out. It's ridiculous. Talk about what is the word? Propaganda. I would say
It's not even propaganda.
yeah.
It's stupidity with propaganda mixed in.
It's ridiculous.
It
They're
is-
awful. It's
They
just
keep
horrible.
on saying that.
It's horrible, dude. They're trying to shape people's minds and opinions.
I can't believe
and
that
everyone
Sonny
watches
brought.
it, and they.
She's
they,
an attorney.
Yes.
Dumb as a box of rocks.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
is she,
ridiculous.
did she
dude.
get her license in
I
Washington?
don't know who the hell she's an
Probably.
attorney.
They're
for.
full of backwards ass shit. All the shit that's coming,
Just like-
opposite. They're all for it.
AOC with her titties,
Ooh.
you know.
Fine ass.
She was.
She's not that hot.
She
Not
was,
at all,
I,
dude.
we talked. I didn't say she was hot. I said her
Yeah.
titties. That's all I
Yeah,
said.
I just like the bang because she's so dumb and
Yeah,
arrogant.
exactly.
I just like
She's
to bang
the
the
dumb
shit
as a
out of
box
her.
of rocks, too. I mean, she had that statement about guns with the Constitution.
Right, the backwards ass shit they're always talking about.
Oh, well, even when
It's-
she was questioning the border guy, he's like, "Would you arrest parents? Like, take parents away from this?" He's like, "Well, when there's a DUI and there's a drunk parent, we separate
Yes.
the parents and the kids. When there's abusive father, this and that,
Oh,
we
yeah,
separate
of
the kids.
course.
Separating
If somebody
families.
comes over the border illegally, we separate the kids."
Right. And oh my god.
Yeah, because we need to traffic them.
That's
why we do
No.
Because that's all it is.
And she was
Number one,
left
We
dumbfounded.
need these kids.
The
yeah.
border crisis is about child trafficking.
Right,
Number
most-
two, it's
yeah.
about getting votes for the Democrats. That's all it
It's
is. The
ridiculous.
agenda is laid out for us.
It's the
We've
same
already-
argument they had before.
What's that?
The other election they had, remember? And Trump and him, and then Trump closed the border, and then Biden wins, and he opens the border. And it just pissed me off that
Well,
they're having the same
we
fucking
have to-
fight
we
again.
also have to remember
that should
that-
not be happening. If there's any kind of country at all, why the fuck are they having the same argument
Under
here?
Clinton
you know?
and under
It's
Obama,
ridiculous. It's
the
ridiculous.
most stringent, strict border control, Obama was shipping these people back.
Oh, yeah.
Like they
More
were
than
deporting
anybody.
people.
That's
Donald
fine
Trump.
too, right? There you go. Right,
Well, no, I'm
exactly.
just saying, but now
Right.
they're up on stage with this guy.
Oh,
and,
it's all
you know what I
wrong,
mean?
dude. It's all
they're-
wrong, man.
It's like
It's
you
just
got
all
3
wrong.
rapists on
Yeah.
stage.
It's completely wrong. What is wrong? What is, he doesn't even say anything about it. Then they just ignore it like it's not even happening.
Well-
The president guy, you know what I mean?
Which one?
The old fellow that doesn't say anything.
Biden?
Yeah, Biden. He
This
doesn't.
old fella. That doesn't
They don't talk about the border thing. He doesn't say anything about it at all. Like it's not even happening. Like he doesn't
What
do
flavor
it. Like,
ice cream do they got down
It's
there?
ridiculous.
Oh my God!
It's like-
Inflation is so bad. My ice cream
No.
bars are up
Yeah,
$2.
they don't even-
Like,
nothing.
all right, there, Sleepy Joe.
It's
they
so
sneak,
nuts.
sneak a
It's so
Xanax
nuts.
into his ice cream.
the whole thing is
Here you
nuts,
go.
man.
Well,
It's just nuts.
the whole thing is.
It's like a bad movie. It's like a bad
No,
fucking movie.
I
man.
really I was thinking about this the other day. I really think that in my life, this is the most evilest timeline
Yeah.
ever.
It's ridiculous.
I really
It's
do think that is because, like, seriously, like, okay, San Francisco admits that they're doing cloud manipulation. What do you call it? Dubai and all those countries.
Oh, they already,
they already the
manipulated
Saudis and stuff. They already okay.
Oh, yeah, that's
so,
widely known everywhere.
and then Bill Gates comes into the mix with you get you know what I mean? You get a jab to the left, and all of a
Oh,
sudden
Jesus.
everything they just want to destroy us.
Yes, they do, yes.
Well,
they
and honestly, why do you think they're letting all these
They're taking
diseases
disease-
back in the country,
Right.
like TB and measles?
Sickness, man,
Because
disease,
Bill Gates,
yeah.
all of a
Chemical
sudden-
warfare.
Oh no! You know how much money he'll make from giving more people vaccines. Now?
Vaccines.
Fauci
Bill
with the
Gates.
Fauci.
Everybody.
This freaking guy. He should be dragged in the street and hung in front
Oh,
of
What do
it's
you
every
think?
car.
crazy.
My buddy, he's 70 years.
Larry, can I
Gonna
hit
be
the
close
ball,
to 70
please?
years old. His brother just got TB, and he's like, I was vaccinated back in the day. We're like, well, we're finding that it doesn't last as long doesn't last your entire life.
No.
So
Oh, no.
all of a sudden, when you get older now you can get TB again,
yeah,
you get the
you can,
measles
yeah.
again. So all of a sudden now there's gonna be a lot of old people that are
Right.
gonna start getting these
You know,
diseases
dude,
again.
Right,
It's
every
gonna
time,
spread, man.
every time I used to go to treatment and detox, they would give me a TB test.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
how
they
they
still
do
have
it,
to take
they
them, yeah.
go above the skin or above the
Yeah.
muscle, and then they make a bump, and then if it doesn't
If it
spell
bumps,
over,
you know, if it
then
does
you
bump,
do that.
yeah.
So I know I've had multiple TB tests.
Yeah.
So have I.
So
All
speaking of
dirtbags have
testing,
to go to some
I just got
methadone
my
clinic
blood
or
work
something.
back. STD free.
gay as hell. AZT for me.
Yeah.
He's like, I started making AZT smoothies. It's all fruits in there.
Here you go, fruitcake.
Oh, look at you building off my jokes. I should charge you for that.
I didn't build off
Oh,
anything.
what the hell did you pass me a cash ball?
It ain't cash.
What are you talking about? That thing's Johnny Cash, dude. Look at
I'll
that.
smoke it.
Look at that thing.
Oh, Johnny Cash.
Yeah.
Pass it back.
See, I already did smoke it.
Okay, so here we go. My tiny home theory. Here we go.
Oh yeah.
Klaus Schwab, WF, WHO. They are normalizing us buying. It's like, oh, people can't afford houses, so let's buy this 1,500 square foot house or 1,000 square foot house, and this is what you'll have, and you'll like it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Because you can't afford a regular house.
No.
So we're going to cram you in this little space, and we're going to make TV shows about it to normalize it.
Oh, isn't it so cozy?
Yeah, oh my
Like
God,
tiny
look at
house,
this. My
yeah.
shitter's right next to my kitchen
Oh, it's
sink.
horrible. I had an
Like,
apartment
what are
like
you
that. It was
nuts,
awful.
man?
It was awful. I couldn't stand it.
Exactly.
The bathroom, the washer, dryer,
But
and the kitchen.
think about this.
It was
They're
ridiculous.
normalizing this stuff. They're making,
yeah.
they slowly indoctrinate us through the media to accept this as a norm.
Right,
Oh,
exactly.
You
yeah.
know, and
Right.
it's so...
Yeah, to think it's great.
Everyone's doing it, right?
well, it's not even great. It's like, this is all you can afford.
Right.
This
I'd
is
rather
your
just
only
get.
option.
Yeah,
You know what I
which-
mean?
which is sad.
Your
I want to
house
get
is
one of those,
hooked
a
up to
big pipe, like a pipe, a tube.
Bet you want a big pipe.
Yeah, like a sewer, big giant pipe.
Oh yeah, big round.
Right, and just cap off the ends, put a door or even a door on each end, and make that the trailer thing. Put on a trailer and have that your home.
Oh, man, you do not understand construction.
No, it'd be fine. Put a flat floor in it.
Yeah, I'm gonna put myself in two capped ends and try to get oxygen.
No, well, let me get a door and windows and shit. I mean, it's not going to be, what do you think? It's going to
What
be.
do I think? I just told you.
That's what it's going to be made.
You're gonna die of asphyxiation.
No,
Needles
dude.
has no vision.
Exactly.
about it.
Oh,
man.
okay. I don't
You
have
talk
vision.
about not knowing
Right.
about construction.
Right,
Thinks
exactly.
you're gonna live in
It's going to be a
sealed
home. It'll be a home.
It's gonna be a tube
a sewer hole.
Yeah,
No, it's going to be on a trailer. It'll be on a trailer. You drive
Oh,
around.
now it's a trailer.
Like the Wienermobile without the
The
curving.
wiener. Oh man. Oh, Don Anforth. I mean, are you just
it'd be
giving
like
me
a-
softballs?
Well,
over
you know what I
here?
mean. The Wienermobile.
Yeah, you just sitting on that curved tip.
All right, dude. Never mind. Just forget
Right.
it. Forget it, dude.
To all the
Forget it.
boys.
Go
in
back to your tiny
Afghanistan.
fucking house.
Go back to my tiny house.
Go
What are you
sit in your
talking
tiny
about?
home.
Well, no, but isn't that funny though that they try to normalize these?
Right,
things?
it surely
It's just
is.
what the American people.
I'm ready to get one. I want to, build something and haul it around. I'll leave one of those little ones.
get
You
an
can't
RV.
haul them around.
Yeah, no, you can actually. Some
Right.
of them they come with.
Yeah, you
Oh
can.
yeah, you
around,
gotta make them. Yeah, they can't be that wide.
Right, that's why I want to get the
No,
tube.
not if you're gonna. Haul
mean,
it
That's why I
around.
want a tube. But the other thing, you have one of those little trailers, those teardrop one-man little. Have you seen those capsules that they live in?
yeah.
Yeah.
An air-conditioned one, of
Hey,
course.
this
Yeah,
sounds
those
like-
are
listen to you,
awesome
man.
to
Are you
commit
doing-
suicide.
Right, I mean, you're right. It's kind of like, geez, this is what you live in, dude.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly. And we know you have a
it's a
proclivity
fucking backpack for crying out loud.
proclivity for bigger women, so she's got to ride up front with you.
No, I don't.
You don't want to
no.
throw the trailer off.
No, I wouldn't have any women at all.
No, but I heard.
That's what I think. She's
I heard they like finding people in those because
Can I hit that, Larry, or what?
there's nothing in it, according to you.
Down in Forth, can I get a hitter, please?
Oh man,
You didn't even give me
Here.
one. What are you saying? Oh man!
let me pack it for you, idiot.
Give me it for it. And you
It's
hit
not,
it.
let me pack
You
it.
packed it for me, and then you hit
No,
it.
I don't.
So,
Quit whacking that thing, man. Really.
Well, it
your
has
mom
to be
said.
whacked. It has to be
You're
whacked.
gonna go blind.
I gotta whack it.
Going on?
If I don't whack it,
Ah, fuck.
I think there's videos on like YouTube where like the boys sitting there playing underneath the covers and the mom walks
oh
in.
shit, yeah.
Thank you, Daddy.
Oh, Mom!
I'm just wrecking my meat.
Yeah. Sorry, Junior. Have you ever walked in on your child?
Excuse me. All right, I got another story for us to talk about. Oh, shizer. Holy crikey. Thank you, Donnie Anforth. Man, so,
I had a story. I forgot what it was going to
you want to hear something crazy?
Oh, what was I going to say?
So there was a science experiment done. It was called Universe 24 or 25. It was rodent experiments showed that even with abundant food and water, personal space is essential to the prevent of societal collapse. So they took all these rats and they put them into space. Okay? Mm-hmm. And eventually the hierarchy broke down.
Yeah.
And here's a picture. There's a picture of the rat enclosure. There's a picture of the rat enclosure.
No, I've read this before.
They were nuts on each other.
2,200 mice. It says mice, but I thought it was rats. But basically,
they turned into rats.
What happened was society broke down when they were only given so much space.
Sure.
And this guy's proven. Now they want to build. We saw that thing about Saudi Arabia, right? Where they want to build that city. That's like
they're already building.
But now they've decided that it's only going to be, I think, like 15 or 20 miles.
Right, always was going to be just that. It's a line.
It's going to be 152 miles.
Oh, was it?
Here's something I noticed. Just check this out. So I was in Florida. We're hanging out with these people. And I'm like, let's get some dope. And so they go, we got to go to the projects. I'm like, okay. And I'm like, when are we going to get there? And this girl's like, we're here already. And I didn't realize it because
everything's painted great colors.
Well, no, because they have everything on like one level,
buildings,
one story tall, but just spread out.
They weren't stacked up like.
So everyone wasn't as crazy as it was like going to the projects here.
No, but let me tell you, Miami's crazy.
Because when you stack fuckers up,
it's more
makes you crazy.
Yeah,
I think when you spread them out, it makes it crazy.
No,
man. Now everybody.
No, I didn't even realize I was in the projects, dude. Everyone was polite.
Yes, like this ain't bad. Yeah.
Well,
they're stacked up next to each other.
I don't want to say what the girl said.
Down the hallway, up the elevator, noise from the neighbors. The stacking is way more tightness.
I don't want to say what
this city. That's why, because you're in the city. Rainy Green. Go to the projects in New
where
York, Bedford Stuy. You go to all these places.
Again, he's no vision misses the point.
What are you talking about? I just named places.
Yeah, right, you did great. You're right.
They're
stacked.
It's a nightmare.
This girl, you know.
I remember Cabrini Green. You would drive by, and there would be fires coming out during the winter. Because their heat was shut off. They would take 50 gallons. There was multiple instances of, in the projects, they would start fires and they would barbecue in the kitchen or the bathroom, and everybody would die from carbon monoxide. Or they would start fires. And you could remember when they had it on 290, those buildings, the last project buildings over there. You could see the burn marks going from one level to the next level.
Here's the thing. No, that was... What happened with that is when a fire would start, man.
I just said that, Larry. Did you know?
They didn't start a fire with a barrel.
It was unit caught on fire.
They were cooking or keeping the heat in their apartment with a barrel fire.
Well, not necessarily. You don't know how the fucking
fire
starts.
They actually have. They were cooking. They were cooking in the bathrooms.
I was in the bathtubs and shit.
Yes, I know. I'm aware of this.
Well, then why'd you say I don't know, sucker? Man, you're very aggressive today.
Man, fuck you. Seriously.
Well, I'll tell you, I was in one of those units once.
He couldn't say, no, I'm not. He comes
I was quite surprised how big they are, and they're fucking all concrete. They're all concrete. Every wall, everything was concrete.
Well, yeah, because they learned they're going to burn them down.
Exactly. Yeah, but guess what? You know, when you heat up steel that hot, it doesn't melt.
Right. Well, I mean,
Cabrini Green was not 9/11.
But the thing about these people's apartment was they had no walls. It was actually cinder block walls.
Yeah. They were locked.
That's how there was units. Never drywall up on those.
No.
That would get destroyed day one.
Yeah, I guess it would. Right.
Yeah. I don't even think
they never even had walls.
I've seen it where they fucking would bust a hole in the wall in the kitchen where the fucking phone would be and reach through and use the other purple people's phone.
Oh no, they would do that with drug spots.
And they would do that they've been doing that forever just to share phones and shit. Even if it's not a drug spot.
The walls were cinder block. The living room walls were all block.
All cinder block. Yeah. Everything was cinder block.
I thought they shouldn't have any walls in the unit there. I didn't know it was like that.
That's how come you never get rid of the roaches. and just live in that cinder block.
But no, when they would in Cabrini Green, what they would do is there would be 2 entrances, and then the gangs would put metal plates over the doors and weld it, so there was one way in and one way out for the cops, and they have to get to the 30th floor because they would drop a bucket with drugs.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Well, they took over the top floor.
Yeah, so by the time you get it to the Nino Brown stuff, and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
What do you call it?
Well, the cops would never even go there anyways.
Well, no, they would, but they wouldn't make it
Eventually,
past the first floor. They would shut the elevator down. They would,
yeah,
it was crazy what they would do.
Oh, they weren't stupid.
No, they weren't stupid.
The gangs
when you're
know.
making $1 million,
Oh my
I
God,
wish my dad was here because did he tell us when he was on? Did he tell the story about how he sold insurance door to door?
Sure,
Green?
Man, yeah.
I don't think so.
Did he tell that story?
I don't think so.
Oh man.
We got to get him on. I tried to get him on today, and he's like, "Man, I don't feel good."
That's all right.
Selling insurance at Cabrini Green?
Yeah.
Yeah, come on. I mean, that is...
Door to door.
He said the payments would be like 11 cents.
That is an oxymoron right there.
7 cents.
You know what I mean?
Wow.
He said the kids would run from one thing to the next, and you
One
know,
of them
you
was
didn't know how
life-
many
was it
kids the
life
people
insurance?
had.
Life insurance,
It was
health insurance.
15.
Hey, Larry, life insurance, health insurance.
I don't know exactly what
life
kind.
insurance, I mean, come on, that's a great scam.
It wasn't life insurance, but the payments were cheap. Pennies.
That would be a very
Sure.
funny
Man,
skit
that's
going
crazy.
into hood and selling
And
life
he would go,
insurance to
you know.
thugs.
But dude, back in the day, you could fucking. It wasn't. You know,
Wasn't
like
as
it
bad,
is
yeah.
now. you
Yeah, it was
know,
all
or
paper
was.
receipts and bullshit like that. Like,
Well,
people
no,
had to send
a white
checks
guy
and-
could go door to door
Right.
on whatever floor and fucking knock on the door.
Yeah,
and-
because they don't want to kill him. It's bad for business. You
Man,
don't kill a white guy in the hood.
Well, dude,
you
It's
can
bad
never
for
tell a
business.
know-it-all anything.
Whenever I used to work in the
Talking
South Side,
about?
man, we used to pay one of the black guys to watch our car every day, watch our trucks.
Our tools, when we worked
Sure.
downtown, we would pay
Sure.
a homeless guy
Oh,
$10
yeah,
a day,
yeah.
$15 a day to
Yeah, watch them.
To watch our
Hey,
van
Mark.
load us down there.
Right.
How about when we
We
were
do
on the
that.
west side
Oh, yeah.
and Lonnie and
with the
Mike
weed.
Schmidt,
Yeah,
the dudes that we're hanging with,
And the
older
barbecue
guys.
ribs and the store and the IDs.
wait, but just stop, all
Go
right?
tell him, Joe. Just tell him.
The fucking the kids that we're with have
Three
a,
words.
make a
Guilty. stupid
fucking turn and they get pulled over, so they get taken to jail because of course nobody has a license, and so now we're walking around and we got a quarter pound of weed.
Good weed,
and,
too. Good weed.
This big black dude sees us and we're on Harrison and I don't know
The
what
street's
the fuck
packed,
street,
man.
and it was just
packed.
all,
Wall
you
to
know,
wall.
we're
It's
the
like
only
Saturday
white
afternoon.
kids.
It's all shopping.
And some
It's
big black
beautiful
guy's
day,
like,
yeah.
you guys, you look like you need some help.
You're not
And
from
we're
around
like,
here,
"Hey,
are you,
man,
boys?"
We'll fucking get you high if you just hang
Yeah,
out with us.
yeah,
He's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
hell yeah. And he's like, I'll protect you until your friends come back. I don't care. And this is this big motherfucker.
Yeah. They had
Because we were there getting fake IDs that
Right.
said we were 18 so we
Right.
could play in the bar.
Yes. And I think that guy
the
like
band,
worked there or
you know,
something.
we were
Or he
fucking
worked part of that
kids.
store maybe. It had the garage behind the back. I mean, hung in the garage and smoked pot.
Was he trying to scam you or?
No,
he's trying to
he
get
actually
high.
protected us
Oh,
all
alright.
day.
Yeah.
That's when Larry
And we smoked
and
pot
Diane
back there all
Force were
day.
perfect.
No, but then there was a dude making ribs, dude, in the corner on the
Out
other
of
corner
a
with the-
fucking
oh, they
barrel.
were fucking delicious too, man.
Yeah,
Oh, they
it
were
was
so
pretty
good,
cool,
dude.
but it was weird. And then finally they came back.
Yeah, hours later.
And so
Ah,
kind
they
of
do
it
one.
was cool. So we just partied with this big
Go
black
clown,
dude,
don't
and we
get-
got our fake IDs, and everything was cool.
Yeah.
And it was funny because it was like, you know, my brother looked like he was about 9 years old, and it said he was 18.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know?
at least 11. He was probably 11 years old, right?
Right.
That's great.
Maybe 12 when we went.
We're playing in bars, and my mom and dad are like, you know what? I'm not going to all these fucking gigs
That's
all
what-
night.
yes, we had to
Because
get
we were
IDs.
already wanting to drink and party, and we were kids, really. And fucking, they're like, no, we're not doing this. And so we went and
Okay,
got
we gotta
these
get on
IDs
Epstein
and said,
Island. Why don't
we
you
had
guys
to be
come and play?
18. So we were all 18. All of
Mine-
us. Everyone looks totally a different age, but we're all 18
Yeah.
on these IDs. And you know what, though? They
That's classic.
accepted them. These
Oh, yeah.
racists didn't give a fuck.
No, right?
Yeah.
That's classic.
Because my mom and dad would have to go otherwise.
Yeah.
They'd be like, look, if you guys are, you know, you guys are kids, your parents have to be here. So, no, we're adults now. We're 18.
The next week, we're 18.
Yeah,
We're all
classic.
birthdays.
Yeah, I know. Everybody comes back the next week. And then speaking
So-
of Epstein Island, you see Disney bought Epstein Island.
Oh, I thought they already
Really?
owned
You know what?
it.
$2 billion.
I don't.
Is that true or no?
No, I don't think that's true because I read this months ago.
Since it already has a tunnel system right
Yeah,
to
about it,
Disney.
right? Under the water.
It's on an island, Larry.
They got
so
those
there's a tunnel
submarines for
system.
20,000
Well,
leagues actually do
They
go.
can fucking make a tunnel. Dude.
Underwater tunnel
Fucking
from
right.
Disney,
island.
they got money.
Of course they
got
could, yeah.
they got
They go
underwater.
deep.
They got
Yeah, under the
underwater
ocean.
tunnel
Dude, I'm
money.
gonna do a Three Stooges and slap all three.
Yeah.
No, of course they
Man.
do. Hey,
Disney has underwater tunnel money.
did any of you ever hear the it was owned by
Oh
Walt
my
Disney.
God.
It was owned by Walt Disney. It was called Pleasure Island. You ever hear of this?
Oh, in the
with the
80s.
bars.
It was for the adults.
Yeah, all bars, all bars. There was an island. You ever go there?
No, it wasn't.
Okay.
an
Have you ever
island, it
known
was
anyone
part
that
of
Well,
Disney
okay.
World. It wasn't an
It
island.
was an
No, it
area.
was called Pleasure
Oh
Island.
fuck, man! I'm just want to tell you what happened there. All
I'm telling you
right?
the facts. You
I
said it was
fucking
an
I know
island.
shit, man. It's like an island. It wasn't. It was
Oh, did you
whatever.
go there?
It's an island full of bars.
Donnie Anforth, fellas.
Mike, let him know. Go ahead, Mike. Tell him what I did, please.
It was not
Come
an
on.
island.
Tell
It
him what I
was a club
fucking did.
called
Go on.
Pleasure Island. Okay, now you can go.
No, finish, please.
Island
tell him.
sounds better.
No, it doesn't.
It
Anyway,
was called Pleasure Island.
Was
But
that-
it wasn't an island. It was.
as far as fucking. No, you see, I can't do this with him because I can't.
Well, wait. So did
And
you
he
go
likes
there?
it. He
Finish
thinks
the
it's
I
story.
want to hear the story.
I know, that's
So
what
you
you
went-
think
did
I
Well,
didn't.
it's
You
just
think I didn't
amazing.
have? Hey, you think I didn't have more that went along with what I was saying
Everybody
earlier?
pile on needles. I'll stab you all at once.
The fact that I was, I don't really follow it that much, but just a child, whatever, Disney, it was wholesome family entertainment as far as I always was concerned.
Yeah.
As far as I knew.
It has a pleasure
Just,
island.
yeah, until I went to this
Why are
place
you
of
sitting sideways?
all bars of just complete and utter alcoholic debauchery. It was amazing. It was like,
I've seen videos.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, I saw the old school videos. But okay, now the problem is
Family out the window, the wholesomeness out the window. Disney, oh my! It was like
boy,
wow!
yeah.
I couldn't believe there anything to do with any of this at all.
I had a
I guess place
threesome.
shut down after.
a couple of years. It was like 10 or 15
It was incredible. Dude, they were
years.
just pouring alcohol down kids' throats.
No.
Thursday nights was employee night. If you worked for Disney, you could go there for free on Thursday nights. Because they told us, go on Thursday nights because it's the best night to go.
Hey,
Because
because hey,
every
employees-
kid that was there. Tequila bottles, and every bottle.
Man.
Fucking staggering drunk, dude. Driving out of the place. Fucking Thursday nights, dude. Don't go any place near that fucking, I'm telling you.
I want to rewind to the 80s, man.
I'm telling you, dude, it was fucking. I was in shock how drunk
How about
children
Disney,
were.
How about
children.
Disney sending
I believe it.
Yeah.
over 1,000 children to Epstein's Island for scuba lessons? That's the story we should talk about.
Oh,
Why
yeah.
do we talk about adults in Disney World being debaucherous, right?
Well, of course. And well, who you got to think? So
Well,
why
that's
not?
where it
First
started.
of all, where were their children while they
That's
were
where
doing
They
that?
get these
That's
kids
the
drunk.
problem.
employees' children can go free if they are allowed
No,
to be
I guarantee-
molested.
And they
Yeah,
disappeared
I-
off the island.
We'll babysit your children while you go to Pleasure
Yeah,
Island.
exactly.
Yeah.
You guys go fucking do whatever weird swinger shit you want to do. We're gonna molest the shit out of your
Right,
kids.
right.
Allegedly.
We're gonna
First
drug
of all-
them and we're gonna give
Whoa,
them some kind
Larry,
of memory
Jesus,
wiping
man.
fucking thing.
Yeah.
Well, we did that. We went. There was a little playroom for children. We went
that's
to
their
do a
thing.
vacation,
Oh,
and the
that's
parents
what they
went to do
do,
something.
man.
We had to stay in a little area with the
Shout out
kids.
to Local 47.
And yeah, it was like one of
477
those-
minors for not beating.
So
Larry.
Mark
know,
got
after
Mark
that
got
is-
molested by
No, I didn't get molested, but it was really it was super surreal. It was like
so he was
Oh
one,
man! I mean,
so he got
have to put
drugged
this-
just
wait,
like I
wait,
said.
wait,
He doesn't
stop.
the
remember
place
what
was
happened.
weird.
down.
Man. Yeah.
Yeah.
down you two.
So what
Man,
happened?
you guys were having a conversation while Kiki
Maybe
and
I
are
did
talking.
get drugged. Now that you think about it,
Okay,
dude.
slow
You
down.
did.
Slow
Yeah.
down.
Because last thing
Tell
I
the
remember,
story.
no, I was watching cartoons and they had like a little
How
thing.
old were you?
Oh, not little, but
Well, how old? Age?
I wasn't a
Tom?
teenager yet. I was still in
So, I mean,
school in
do you
Elgin.
understand how numbers work?
No, I don't. So I was still in school in Elgin, so it was before 5th grade. Oh, it was before 5th grade. I know that. Had to
Okay.
be. So it was 4th or 5th grade most.
So
Not
you
not
were like
6th grade.
12.
Yeah, if you're that
Not
old, it's
even,
4th or
man.
5th
Yeah,
grade,
it's like
right?
10 years
How many
old.
times are you going to
Right.
get held back?
Yeah, only once, and that was before 5th. That was after 5th grade.
My,
so.
my friend's kid's going to be 13 in 4th grade.
Come on.
Well, your friend's kid.
16th
grade.
16th sophomore.
5th grade.
Anyways,
13, 5th grade.
Okay, whatever.
they had these like
We got it.
You know, it was a weird
Okay.
area for kids, all colorful and funny shapes.
And the next
Disney
thing you know,
shit, you know,
Yeah,
super,
we called them gay
super
back
Disney
then.
shit. Well, yeah, like that, you know, with the whole thing.
Next
with boat
thing you
people
know,
and whatnot, and all
you're
your fucking
drugged.
shit.
they
yeah,
drug
dude,
you.
Slow down, Larry. Why do you keep on?
Right, I can't. Right, he's right. I got drugged. Next thing I knew, I was
Wait a
drugged.
second, wait. Slow down.
Just like he said. Next thing I knew, I was drugged.
How do you know you were drugged?
Check this out.
Enough? Well, I was watching the cartoons and the thing. And
I just said this.
next
That's what
thing
they
I
do.
knew, I was drugged.
They take the parents, they distract them, and they drug
Where
the
was
kids.
this at?
In Disney
then
World Land.
Now he's having a time
Which one, Cali
loss
or
of time.
Florida?
Yeah,
That's a
in
fucking
Florida.
sign.
In Florida? Did you see Epcot?
Yeah, well, it was
worth
just
it
being
then.
built. But not on that trip. There was another trip we went.
So wait, was this
That was
like
after.
at like the where the parents leave you? To,
We were staying at the hotel. The train goes to the hotel. It was when it was first there. It was one of the first
And
times.
you wake
The
up
monorail.
all hazed
Yeah.
out in the hotel room.
Why are you telling his story?
There was a
What's
place
going on
because it
here,
happened to
man?
him too, probably.
Yeah, I know, that's what I'm saying.
Right.
Birds of a
You gotta know how
feather.
Joe works. What he's really doing is all.
Birds of a fanook.
It's him, and he's just trying to make it look like you, but it's really him. It's,
Yeah, he's deflecting. That's what we
Right.
call it in the industry.
It took me a while to figure out, but I got it. Anyways,
that's crazy.
yeah. So that's what happened,
Do you
dude.
think you were molested? at
No, I
Disney
wasn't
World?
like sexually molested or
Is that
anything.
what we're getting at?
No, he was one of the ugly ones.
Right? Yeah, they didn't do anything to me.
But he got drugged though, so I
Yeah,
mean, what
got
did they
drugged.
make
Sure,
him
they
do?
got to
What?
drug
They-
everyone.
Listen,
Because
Right.
First of all,
what's his little
Nobody
brother
can
and
remember
sister
that.
gonna say?
Yeah, can't have
I mean,
everybody.
Only
really-
one
do you
kid
really
has.
want to get that dark, Larry?
But one
Let's
time
not
I went
take it
there.
Too dark, okay?
Man, that's
The older
I mean,
trip.
they didn't ask him to fix an outlet. Let me tell you.
Wait a minute now. A trip when I
How
was
do you know
older.
what they asked him?
Then we went again.
Because he was drugged, so he doesn't know.
We went again.
That's
I was
what I'm
older,
saying.
and I wanted weed. I was smoking weed by now. And of course, I was with
How
my
old were you
parents.
again?
Much older. I wanted weed, but I.
He was 8.
Yeah. And I found weed on the beach. I saw something drop out of someone's bag. They were coming up the beach, and
Actually, what that means is he was going through someone's bag.
no, seriously. I was walking out towards the beach, just and I swear to God, I saw something fall. They were walking. I saw something fall behind them.
Yeah, okay.
No, I'm not kidding. And I walked along. Sure enough,
He
it was
finds
a bag
a
of
lot
fucking
of
I put my
reefer,
hand in this
dude.
guy's
Dude,
pocket,
that's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah, it was awesome.
but I wasn't looking for weed.
I had my hand in these people's pocket and I found this wallet.
Don Fano.
And what do you know? It's full of cash. If you're ever in Vegas and you want to get high, look in the planters by the hotels, and there's always bowls with packed bowls for people leaving there going to the airport.
And who
they just leave
knows
their
what
bowls.
they were
You should sort of
smoking.
walk.
All the time.
Hey,
That's what
and
you
you
should
should
do.
I
always
was
just
married, we
pick
got
one
like
up
5
because
bowls.
who knows what the fuck they were smoking.
Yeah.
Well, you might want to wipe it off a little bit or something.
Yeah,
Well, I'm
but
not worried about the white, the mouth part. I'm
Right.
worried about what's in it.
Or take the weed
Exactly.
out, or the meth, whatever you want. Like you care. Like you really fucking
Well, I
care
do
what's in
care.
it.
I mean, if I'm with my family at Disney
And if
World,
you knew it was
I
in it,
would
Exactly.
have
stop
3
you.
hits of biker crank,
Exactly.
and then go
No,
inside.
No, this is Vegas,
Am I
dude.
smoking
Vegas.
crank or weed?
Yeah.
This was in
If I got
Vegas.
my fucking dong out at the pool,
Oh.
and it's like,
I probably shouldn't
I'm
say
Muslim.
that
this.
I
anyways.
tell 'em that. It's acceptable. What's that, Larry?
Nothing.
He had a thought, but it's like, eh.
Yeah, you can find
yeah,
weed
I
that
know.
way.
What time are
I'll
we at,
tell you
Larry?
guys later about, because this thing about picking up a bowl, it reminded me of another story.
What time are we at?
But I can't say it because...
Oh, I thought he was talking about the
It
guy.
involves the police, and I still have a restraining order against me.
No, it's not that.
Yeah, he laughed. You know it's true. See?
It's something different.
Yeah.
It's not good, though.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't sound great. It's not sausages and rainbows. Especially, why are you telling us this on the podcast? Never implicate yourself.
could
I don't
say
know
the
these
story,
people.
but
They
here's
picked
the
me
thing.
up down the street.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
What's wrong with your story?
Nothing, man. But yeah, that's what they do, man. They distract the parents with sex and fun and alcohol.
Right.
And fucking...
I don't know about
kids.
sex
Hey,
and fun.
They have some. They probably have people that work there that act as married couples. Hey, let's trade.
Yeah, there's a
some
liaison.
hot-looking chick.
Yeah, someone's got to be the
Some
conduit
good-looking
between
guy.
everybody.
If
They
they were smart,
trade.
that's what they'd be doing. I guarantee they'd be
Listen,
doing
they're
that stuff.
smarter than
kids
all
are
of us.
getting-
and they're more. They have more money than you and I.
They
will
don't
ever
even have
do.
to do that though, because if those want to do something on their own, even if it's just going out for dinner or whatever, so someone's got to watch the kids. So hey,
Yeah.
we'll
like
watch your kids while you go on
Yeah,
this
did Madeline-
excursion.
remember
While
Madeline-
you
Hey,
take the
Madeline
safari
McCain.
trip around
At
or whatever
best,
the fuck.
it's someone
It
that's
don't
a-
matter what they're doing. They want
Hey.
the kids. Fuck the adults.
Best
It's amazing
case-
for them.
Hey, Mark.
Huh.
Best case scenario, they're just ignoring and neglecting.
Right,
their
exactly. And
kids.
probably are
If
anyways.
you're
They
lucky.
don't want to be with the
Oh,
kids.
yeah.
because they're-
No, remember
They're
Madeline
looking to get rid of their
McCain?
kids.
You guys
So.
remember
Oh,
Madeline
yeah,
McCain?
yeah.
Oh yeah,
The
she
She
little
got
girl,
snatched
yeah,
out
she
of
got
the
snatched out of
room.
They gave her away.
The
What are you talking
hotel
about?
room.
And fourth.
They gave the
Come
kid
on,
away.
man.
They gave the kid away. It was too mysterious.
I don't remember
They
this
couldn't
one.
find nothing. The kid just disappeared. It's obvious the parents had something to do with it.
You think the parents gave the kid
Well,
away?
how else did it happen? There's no other way. They must have
They
known
went
about
to
it.
dinner. They left the kids alone. Which
Well,
is
they sold it or something.
no.
Right.
But no,
they knew.
They made it seem like that they were only like feet from the kids, though.
Right. But it was something
like they're eating dinner on the beach or something, and the hotel room is right there. I don't know. That's the way I understood.
Usually, there's
Larry, you didn't
always
tell
a
me the
camera.
time.
There's always a.
I know.
I never heard that story.
So-
That's crazy.
Disappeared right in front of the hotel or something.
And
are we
okay,
at,
so
Larry?
it was 2 kids. I think
Larry?
53. It said.
Yeah.
So
What do
there's
you mean
2.
you think 53? You just looked at it.
Well, what do you need a break?
Yeah, dude.
What are your
You
jaws
can't even
tired?
see.
You need a break or something?
And this
Mike?
guy's
What's the matter?
hooting and hollering at underage women on the corner. She's 19. All right, Larry, you can't even see a foot in front of you.
That's all.
Exactly.
19 inches tall, maybe. 19.
That's all that matters.
Yeah, man.
Hey.
19 inches is a bag the size of the bag Larry needs to stuff her into.
Oh man.
The guttural response to, oh man, tapping into my eyes.
What's
So
that?
yeah, and
Time?
I said, motherfucker.
53?
Yeah.
No, you
like-
said.
What did I say? I said something.
I
just
think
now.
it's 53. That's
And then
what
I
you
looked
said.
again after
We're really
that,
gonna
and I
argue
said
about this
something
right
again,
now?
didn't I?
I don't think you did.
No, he didn't.
Oh.
I know.
He did look, though.
Yeah, he looked 3
What
times.
the
He looked
fuck,
and didn't
man?
say
Is it
nothing.
so important?
Man.
Is it important how long we just rant and rave? Yes.
54 minutes, motherfucker.
So how was it 53 earlier?
And this is what you guys do on
If
Friday
it was
night, huh?
53 earlier,
It makes
and now you're asking
No,
again
we
a
went
minute.
longer than that. This guy's just making up numbers.
We've been on for hours.
You
What are
definitely
you
are
talking
not a
about?
numbers man. You and Dave could not hang out.
It's a marathon.
You know what I
It's a
mean?
podcast
Larry-
marathon.
Oh, yeah,
Anytime-
Dave, he wasn't there this week, was he?
No,
he was
he
there
had an
Monday.
IDF meeting.
No, he was there Monday, wasn't he?
Oh, yeah, maybe he was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The brothers of the shekel had to
think he's-
meet.
You think he's working
Yeah, we're only a
Shekel
couple away from our
brotherhood.
first one.
What's that?
We're only a couple of.
That's
couple
what I
away.
wanted to say when I get my promotion. I wanted to call it my shekel promotion.
Brotherhood of the Shekel? Oh, you know
Dude,
what?
I'm gonna get a belt
There's
that
a
has
shekel.
A
that
magic
has Star
shekel.
David's on it all the way around.
Come on, really?
Yeah.
You are not. Is that what they give you?
Oh,
Spoiled
what
a
the
little
hell,
bit.
Larry?
Dude, all over the amp, man. What the fuck?
Oh man, party foul
Oh,
for Larry.
Jesus. Well, I don't know what to wipe it up with.
Get a rag.
Dude, it's my aunt.
All right, okay, let's end this thing.
There's a little
man.
toilet paper here. I don't know if
Conundrum.
you'll
Don't
use
worry
that, though.
about it. Don't waste all the toilet paper
That's right.
on
And then you
that.
wait to
Don't waste the toilet paper. What are you
Yeah,
doing?
it's actually
We'll
not-
find a paper
it's
towel in a
plastic, it's
minute.
not-
It'll
it's
soak
not-
in a couple hours.
It's not going into
Dude,
anything.
it's
Chaos
fucking-
is just broken
It'll
out.
dry up and get
Plastic,
sticky.
yeah.
It's vinyl. It's
Yeah.
plastic or
Listen, man,
whatever. It's
you
like
better
fake
move Jim
leather.
over.
It'll turn
I
to
don't
goo
want
in a
it to
minute.
soak into the bottom of his thing,
Oh
man.
my god.
Oh, he'll be
All
fine.
right.
He'll be
Maybe-
fine.
Fucking
Jim will
green
wipe-
on, you can't
maybe
get
he'll wipe
soaked
it out.
in there, man.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Maybe he'll wipe it
Let
out.
him
Fucking ass
soak it in.
clowns,
Maybe,
man.
yeah, he's got some power or something. Where
Yeah, I
he,
bet you want that
That's
power.
just- See, that slave will clean it up.
Activate the voodoo.
yeah,
It might activate the voodoo.
yeah, he gets a little taste of beer.
We should show
No, marijuana.
We
They
should
run
show
that
our
reefer
new
madness when they came out.
mascot.
That's what we need to do is give him a little roach.
Don't even joke around like that.
Mouth is
man.
open.
What?
Probably isn't
No,
even
you know
now.
what?
Oh, yeah. We're gonna put him in your car.
That's our.
He's gonna start popping up
We're
everywhere.
gonna do like a Godfather and put that in his bed.
Voodoo Jim.
It's Voodoo Jim! Oh my god, it's Voodoo Jim! How do you know it's him? Because I can see him smiling in the dark.
I don't know why you had to go there.
Oh man! That was Don Hanford, not Needle.
Oh boy.
That's
I'll
how I
tell
know
you,
it's
man.
him.
Hello,
I
Kitty.
think
Tell us
that
what.
thing should be in the foreground.
No, it should not, and let's stop talking about it.
We
It
should
was just
show
a joke
it.
for a minute.
We
and
should
then-
show
It's
it.
definitely not a centerpiece for the podcast.
I'll tell you
Yeah.
I'll
what.
tell you right now.
He's Greek. He's
I
not a
want to
slave.
give a
He's a
shout out
Take
to
a
my
swastika.
friend, my dead friend Tom, if you're listening up there.
Dead friend.
Because every time I have some
Hey,
crazy
how you
shit that
doing?
someone's like, "Oh my God, where'd you get this?" and it's usually
Oh,
from
watch out
Tom.
for Jim.
Yeah, right.
Like that makes it better.
It does.
No, it doesn't. It still picks it up. So
You think you would have made some
Oh, I know what
joints
you're
if you're coming fucking to glom onto the podcast.
Oh man, he just showed up, and now I love how Larry flip flops on him. It's like De Blasio over here.
That's okay.
How did I flip flop? Huh? What did I do?
No,
First you said he's in my driveway and he wants to come in and doesn't tell me. He's like, but if you're coming, you might as well roll joints.
Yeah, well, he knew he was coming here.
Mm-hmm.
I just didn't know. See, nice.
Just
Smoking
typical weekend in
one-hitters,
Boys
we
Town
could have
with
been
Larry.
smoking joints.
Oops.
I don't have any joints. I would have had some. But...
All right, let's dwindle this bitch out.
Yeah, it's been long over.
You're dwindled. Your
was
mind
long
is
I said,
over.
let's dwindle it.
I mean, you shut it off like I thought you shut it off half hour ago, right?
Don't worry, we're gonna.
This should have never started.
The Homeland Security, and you'll be visited by the local authorities.
Oh please, bring them on. I'm looking for something to do in the afternoon.
Funny when you think about it. Homeland Security.
Yeah, exactly.
Just
Security.
the name of it.
How about this? What would you rather
You know,
have?
it's the exact
They're
opposite.
arresting
of
you,
what the
right.
Yes.
Listen to this. Would you rather have a fat African American male search you at TSA or get face kicked with the woof hoof?
Well, I've already had the fat African American search me at TSA.
And I mean, I'm talking about he's looking for contraband. You know what I mean? Woof hoof to the face or TSA contraband.
I can't wait to see this wolf.
It's right there.
You want to see it? I'll show you right now.
No,
You want to see the whole thing?
don't
No,
take
it
off
probably
your shoe.
stinks because it's been in a shoe all day.
No, it's fine. I took a shot of the sun. No, it's not. There's all the nails on this stuff. So these guys have freaking freak shit.
The nail.
Nails a little bit.
Oh, man. You know what?
It's not messed
If
up
you push
if
all
you're
his
an
toes
animal.
together, it makes a swastika. That's how bad his nails are.
I've got some pretty high offers on it, but it's really nothing.
High offers. Dude, you should do foot pics. Foot porn.
Only fans.
You see those videos where they scrape a horse hoof? You ever see where they do
Yeah, I've
that?
seen that.
It's like
Kinda
that.
like
No,
that.
it's not like that.
Oh, gotta love it.
All right, let's shout out
No,
to
it's
everybody we
bad.
love.
It's bad. You don't want to fucking...
All right,
Shout out to
Santa
God.
season is fucking horrible.
What's that?
I'm saying, it's like... Sometimes I'm like, are you sure it's that?
Whatever.
Like, you think it's already warm enough to be wearing sandals?
Yeah,
you
look
should
at this
still
guy.
have your shoes on?
Well, you know why?
He
Because my
runs
feet
hot.
feel
That's what
good.
it is.
Right,
I'm
exactly.
saying.
He's a love machine. He runs hot.
I need to be.
Does he have to bag it up when he goes in the pool?
No.
He lets everyone get
Yeah,
that.
no, he just scrapes it off before he gets in.
He rubs it on the side.
Yeah, he's like a dog. Scratching his ass.
He rubs it in the grass and then on the concrete.
Yeah, he rubs it on the
Stuff
concrete.
like that.
Grinds it
He's
down.
just grinding. Dude, you know what we should do?
The summer
We
hoof.
should take him to get a pedicure.
No.
Yeah.
They won't know.
That's a good
I
idea.
don't know what to do.
Take off the socks.
Listen here, Charlie.
Just record what they say and then have somebody translate.
Oh, you have to bring all the equipment. You need to
I got a
buy
grinder.
tools.
I got a
Yeah,
grinder
you
in
can
my
do
car.
that.
You have to pay for a tool.
That would be funny.
we all take our shoes off and shit first, and then that is it.
We can do that.
What are you, goat?
Just to get
Why you bring animal?
have a camera
You
in their
should see this
face.
thing too. Man, if he kicked you in the throat, slit your fucking aorta.
We had signs.
Carotid
No.
artery.
It's like
Carotid artery,
it's like
sorry.
getting bit by a Komodo dragon.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
All the
Right.
bacteria kills you.
Yeah.
You can't resign on
He looks
dog.
like
No
he's got-
animal.
you know what it looks like? Crocodile. Crocodile.
It's psoriasis.
A Russian
Psoriasis.
drug.
Where were you shooting crocodile?
No, not me. No.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm
He was
sure.
just hooping it.
I'm quite sure it was not shooting a crocodile.
All right, and on that note,
Shoot no
I love
crocodile.
God.
Were you
Thank you, God. Let's
Thank you,
close
Jesus.
this thing out.
Hey,
Yeah.
were you shooting shit into your foot though?
No, I never shot. A little bit,
Oh, I
but
mean, the day's not over.
not there. What I'd like to do is I'd line
See,
up 10
this is-
needles
This
and
is this is a guy
push
in
one down every
Chicago
time
when
I
the
felt
cops
it was-
pull him over. Hey, you been doing heroin, buddy? No, a little bit. He don't want to get
Never,
just
just
a
a little bit.
He ain't getting shot. He don't know what's going on.
Well, I didn't
This guy's
shoot
going,
it.
He goes to the bullpen for one day. He comes out. He's fine.
No, a little bit.
Love you, Don. I love you guys, man.
That was great.
And you know what, guys, I love you guys a lot. Thank my fighting boys, man. I fight with these guys.
Hey.
We train with these guys. Everybody should be trained except Larry.
Train.
Yeah, Larry likes to get a train pulled out of him. His nickname in Boys Town is the Caboose.
I got a.
That's right, the one at the end not getting fucked.
The little red.
The last guy not getting
We didn't say what the engine is. The little engine they could do.
Hey, Larry's more advanced than us.
Hey, is that closed? Can I take that water back there, man? Is that all right? Is that open or closed?
Yeah, you know what, Kiki? He's more advanced in stages of osteoporosis.
Thank you.
Dude, I can't breathe.
Larry Floyd.
Die.
Well,
no, that's what I'm going to say.
He smoked 9 bongs during the show. He's like, I don't know why he can't breathe.
I'm going to say...
no, that was your first time during training that you...
Yeah, you were sitting down like a Sally.
I couldn't. I was gonna die.
Really, huh?
You didn't, did you?
Huh? Yeah, no. I was gonna say.
Where are you going?
Hey,
wait. Okay, we sit down.
We're off, right?
We gotta end this. No.
We're still going. Don't be asking for water and then think that you're off the clock.
I thought we were done.
Shit, you could drink out of the toilet if we were done.
Well, that's why I'm glad this was here.
Why would you say that to Don Anforth?
Oh, please.
Oh, man.
I'm used to it.
This guy.
You're used to drinking out of the toilet?
Yeah.
I mean, okay, you're gonna let me. I try to defend you.
It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Dude,
listen here.
it's a
Boot
fucking
liquor,
joke,
ball liquor,
dummy.
same thing.
You know, they're not seeing me look out on the toilet. They're hearing him.
He doesn't get jokes, this guy. He thinks only his shit is funny.
Who's that?
Needles, you. That's
you
who.
mean Needles? Well, there's other fucking talking in the...
Who's that? You. That's who. Huh? What?
I am not a very funny person. But I hang out
funny
with
looking.
Oh my god. Woo! That one hurt right in the side. Oh my god, Kiki, is that second or third degree burn?
Right.
So I want to...
That's like, a checklist one there.
Yeah, and F you, because I made you just laugh right there.
What did I didn't hear what you said. I didn't hear what you said.
Yeah, okay.
I was just thinking of that. I was thinking of saying I want to
Kissing
really
two dudes at a time.
Whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Veterinarian and automotive for the new... I don't know, maybe this week you'll be able to tell that we look a lot brighter. And we're not so, in the dark.
Yeah.
Well, I was at Tom's clinic for the past 2 weeks because I had a Tijuana tickle.
I know, and
I
that's
thought it
why...
was yellow fever, but okay,
And
Same
Kiki
difference.
made so
he
many...
contracted it through his bum hole.
Yeah.
Kiki made so many visits, they gave us a couple of...
The punch cards.
light bulbs.
We switched from typical
Tom's clinic,
iridescent to LED now. Thank you, Tom's.
Yeah.
If you've been hanging out with hippies and your wiener's a little drippy, call Tom's free clinic.
Does he have veterinary service too?
Yes, he does.
Yes,
Oh,
yes.
that is down
He
in
does.
forth. That is such a coincidence that you say that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Why would you have a
And automotive, of
And
course.
I shall say,
Tire repair.
Tom is trying to buy a new place. Well, she'll say someone was murdered in it, but he wants to turn it into a dentist office. I mean, teeth are worth a lot of money nowadays.
Oh, yeah.
All right, cool. We
Yeah.
love you guys.
And it's kind of nice, though,
Oh man, you're
because...
just gonna keep going, aren't you? I'm
I'm trying to stand
up
up here.
man.
It's Tom's son who became the
Freaking gay
dentist.
Charles over here.
He won't
doesn't see the red light.
Was it Tom's son that made the... Tom's son became a dentist, right?
No, we never talked about Tom's lineage before.
Well, why the fuck is he opening up a fucking dental place, then?
Because he's making a lot... I mean...
Is he a dentist? How do you open a dentist?
Oh,
Not a
man.
dentist.
Okay, this is when you end it. Right now.
Is Tom a dentist, first off?
No.
Okay.
I think his son is
He's not even a
becoming
veterinarian.
dentist.
So how does he open a dental office if he's not a dentist?
Because he owns a car
That's
shop.
right.
He just
He
knows how
owns
to
a car shop.
He's not even a veterinarian.
Because he owns a car shop.
He's a mechanic.
So he wants to open a dentist office.
He's a jack of all trades.
No.
He's also a doctor, though. He became a doctor in India.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah,
We're not talking about the same Tom. I know he's a hard-boiled
What the
American.
fuck do you
What are you
think?
talking about?
But he went to India to become a doctor. Why do you
Dude.
think he fucking opened the free
How
clinic
have you
for
and I
him?
been doing these commercials and you didn't even know who?
Oh, I
okay.
see this Tom.
How many
I mean,
times have you been
That's
to
the Tom,
Tom's?
right,
I've
yeah.
been there. I know the guy.
I thought Tom really was a
now where are you
person.
gonna go?
I thought I gotta stand up a little bit, man. My legs are getting numb. My feet are falling asleep. The woof hoof, you know. I got circulation. If there's no circulation, it's gonna get infected more.
All right, can we please end this fucker
Okay,
now?
man. Hey,
thank you.
I want to say thank you to everybody for tuning in, man.
If
You
you
guys are
listen
fucking
this long,
great.
man, we love you.
And what's wrong with you?
Yeah. Up your meds a little bit.
I want to shout out. Hey,
They're gonna block us up.
I know who's listening. I want to shout out to Sherry. I want
Love
to
you,
shout. Yeah, I want to shout out Leonard, and I want to
Jay,
shout out.
I'm still waiting to wrestle you, baby.
Who's the other person that's always
Matt,
listening?
you're gay.
Matt,
Mr.
yeah.
X, we love you.
Still not over. I thought you were fucking over.
Chris Edrich.
Yeah,
Kid, hope
Chris.
you get better, man.
He's good.
Russ, man, there was a lot of chemtrails up by your joint that you took a picture of. It is crazy. Not even clouds, just chemtrails.
And I want to say, this is the second eclipse I looked right directly into, and I'm fine.
Yeah, look at those glasses he's wearing now. All right, Gay Charles.
Camera's over there.
He's talking.
It's a conspiracy. You can look into a clip. There's no problem. That's
What
all I
are you
do all the
doing,
time.
man?
Well, I had to spit.
You're a fucking animal.
Was he on camera?
All right, let's go.
Really?
Come on, just please end this horror show.
Oh, was I? Oh my God! It's
God,
right there. I didn't
man.
know.
Spit right.
Turn that off. Man.
Yeah,
I'm
thank
sorry.
you.
I didn't know. Shit, you asshole. Why didn't you say something?
Okay, now shut it off. There we go.
Motherfucker's still on.
Oh,